Autobots, transform! One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
They're closing on us.
Yep, like the striped bats of Dromedon.
How'd you beat them?
I'm trying to remember. There were an awful lot of casualties that day.
How long have you been collecting?
I've been collecting for about 18 or 19 years now. Still haven't got all the figures that I want.
What was the first figure that started your collection?
I want to say it all began with my G1 Devastator. I once tried to sell it to make some money, and I wound up going to a toy show at Gibraltar Trade Center and wound up keeping my Devastator and buying more toys.
What made you want to be a reviewer?
I wanted to become a toy reviewer because I like a lot of the content that I saw on YouTube. I was a huge YouTube fan when I first started reviewing, and then I saw a lot of guys who I thought I had a better collection in, was more knowledgeable than. So, and I wanted to connect with people that were of the same mind as me, pretty much. Just to get to know the people out there that love the things I love.
What was your first toy review of?
My first toy review was, my son is in the camera. My first toy review was G1 Cliff Jumper. And I posted it and it got like no views and I wound up taking it down. So it's not up on my page and it's deleted, it's gone forever. But my first, I reviewed Generation 1 Transformers Cliff Jumper.
What's your favorite toy of all time?
That's a tough one. Favorite toy of all time. Oh, I hate to say which one to like give it away because I kind of want to use that as a trivia question for a toy giveaway. But I would have to say my favorite toy of all time is just this straight up.
Who is your favorite toy reviewer?
My favorite toy reviewer, that depends. It really depends on what I'm interested in. Like, the first name that comes to mind would be Pixel Dan for his Master Universe reviews. Master Universe was like my second or third major toy love growing up. You know, it was my big love before Transformers. Obviously, Transformers surpassed that, but Master Universe was really huge for me when it came out. So, and I love the way Pixel Dan loves his toys. So, Pixel Dan would be my favorite Master Universe reviewer. My favorite Transformer reviewer would probably have to be because when I first saw him on YouTube, he had so many rare Transformers, and he always told these stories about when he was a kid and him and his brother buying him certain Transformers, and it kind of reminded me of my own childhood and like the stories that I just loved as a kid. And I think toys in general all come with a story, like when you first got it, when you were looking for it, even as a kid. So you know, I collect different things. Like I collect Hot Toys, collect Marvel Legends, Star Wars, so it varies.
Approximately how many figures or toys do you own?
But I can't even count. As I start to unpack and unbox, and I still don't have everything unboxed. Yeah, I lost count. I gotta have at least 2,000 figures, at least 2,000.
What do you have planned for the future?
Well, the future, I want to do a toy giveaway. I've recently hit 5,000 subscribers and I want to do a toy giveaway, and I want to wrap that up into some reviews. I want to do my Generation 1 reviews that I've been promising for a long time. I want to do the entire 1984 Generation 1 Transformers, and I am going to count down the Generation 1 Transformers from 1984 that I have one at a time. And I probably could squeeze certain, like all the mini bots in one review, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do each one, and I'm going to ask a question. And I'll start with the first question. Right now, if you're watching this review, this is the first question, so you'll know when these reviews come out. What was my first Transformer ever? And you answer 3 questions correctly. First person to answer 3 questions correctly, you'll win a Generation 1 Transformer sealed in the box. And I don't mean like a crap Transformer like Bumblebee. I mean, if you like Bumblebee, that's cool too. But I mean like a real good quality toy. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to ship it to you totally for free. But the first question is, what was my first G1 Transformer? Then in order to win too, you have to be a subscriber. By the time I do my first G1 Transformer, which is, I'm going in order, numerical order, which is Brawn. By the time you see Brawn's review, you have to already be a subscriber to win. So I'm going to review the entire 1985 Transformer lineup, 1984, the entire 1984 Transformer lineup from start to finish. And if this goes well, and a lot of people like the reviews and watch the reviews and thumbs up. It's important to thumbs up the reviews so I know if you like them or don't like them or what, and continue to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do the 1985 guys after this. So G1 reviews are coming, so check them out.
What are the biggest challenges about doing toy reviews?
The biggest challenge of doing a toy review is probably this guy right here. He's in every video I've ever shot. Well, not all of them, but he wasn't born for some of them. But you hear this guy in the background of every video. You can see his little hand. I've actually shot videos where I reach for a toy and he done slid it off the table and playing with it. But he's in every video. But time to do a video is the biggest challenge between work and family and just trying to get some me time. That's the biggest challenge of doing a toy review. Because I got plenty of toys to draw from. I don't even have to buy a new toy. And I'll never be that new toy guy like where I'll buy it today and I'm going to review it today. Because I really don't have that much time. I'm a collector first and a reviewer like way second.
What do you think about scalping in the second-hand resale toy market?
I think the scalping it's not really cool, but I'm not one of those people that get upset about it and just be those damn scalpers. Every time I go to a store, there's nothing there because the scalpers are bought it all. I've been a victim of the scalpers as far as collecting. When I was really heavy into Marvel Legends, when Toy Biz still had the license, a lot of those guys were hard for me to get because of local scalpers. And I literally took days off of work just to get a figure because I knew they were going to get a shipment in the morning. You see like the line of the scalper people. And I know they're scalpers because they sell at every toy show that I go to. And then you talk to the guys and you realize they don't have a job and this is all they do. But at the same time, you know, America is capitalism. So I'm not angry at those guys. I do get frustrated, but I never be on like the blogs, like the Facebook and Instagram, like venting about scalpers. You know, get there first. That's my take on it. Get there first. So, you know, that it is what it is. If you notice on BigBadToyStore.com, if they have a action figure in, if it's grab this, this is Worthy Cap. If they got an action figure in, this is just an example, and it sells out everywhere else, and Big Bad Toy Store still has it, they're gonna jack the price up. So even retailers will scalp an item. So I mean, you can't be mad at people for trying to make a buck. It's frustrating, you know. I wish it really didn't happen, but you know, it is what it is. Just collect it. Get over it.
Are you a scalper?
I have scalped some shit. But I've never gotten off my couch or went to the store with the intent to buy product for resale. I've never done it. But I walked into the store, like an example, me and my boy Josh, we walked into the store looking for Masterpiece Transformers, and it was either Masterpiece Grimlock or Masterpiece Starscream. It was the second release of one of those two Transformers Masterpiece. And when we walked in, they had 40% off all Transformers. And the toy had just dropped that day. And then I had an additional coupon for 25% off my total purchase. So I bought every last, I think it was Grimlock they had in the store, and I scalped those figures. So I have scalped, but I do not consider myself a scalper. If the situation is right, I'll make some money.
What is the Holy Grail? The jewel of your entire collection. The one figure that makes you say, all this is worth it.
Ooh, it's got to be Diaclone Battle Convoy, the pre-Optimus Prime. It was a figure that I never knew existed until I was a grown adult in my late 20s. And I saw it in a magazine, and then I found out that's where Optimus Prime came from. That's what the little spaces in the vehicle was meant for. It was meant for little drivers. And then I found out how much it cost, and I thought I would never have one. Then I got one at a very good deal. A really good deal for what it actually goes for. So the jewel of my collection, it's not the most valuable thing in my collection. I guess that's another question. But it's the jewel of my collection. If I had to sell everything, it'll probably be the last toy to go. It's at the top in the middle of the display case. It's in the heart of the collection. Oh. It's dead center in case it sits on top of all other primes.
I see it. What tour are you looking for that you still don't have?
Oh, that's easy. Grand Maximus. I'm still looking for Grand Maximus, the brother of Fortress Maximus. I have Fortress Maximus and Brave Maximus, and it ain't so much as looking for it, it's so much as choking up the cash to get it. I've had the cash a few times. And you know, we actually flew to a BotCon in, was it San Diego? Was it Pasadena, California? Maybe about 10 years ago now, and I was going to buy this figure. I saved up my money. I got plane tickets. We went to BotCon, and I was going to buy the figure, and then I just couldn't choke up the $2,000. I had the money, but I was just like, that's a lot of damn money for a toy. But now I'm kind of over that, so I'm back on the hunt for Grand Maximus.
That's the same toy as Black Zerk. What?
No, he's the enemy of Black Zerk.
I remember the story, but I don't know what the toy looked like.
Yeah.
We got it at BotCon.
Yeah, I'm fully. I said I remember the story. I said I don't know what the toy looks like.
What?
Is that the Florida con?
What?
That was that same con.
What?
Okay. Is there anything else?
No.
All right. Thank you for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story.
Autobots, transform!